fact is not in evidence yet.
Okay.
Okay? So we can't talk about it as if it were a fact yet.
Okay.
So we have to do that, and they're going to most likely bring that fact out with a witness. And so the rules say you can cross-examine on any subject. Okay, so like in federal court, you wouldn't be allowed to do that. But in federal court, I would then have to bring you back after I establish the fact to then ask you the question. Okay? So if that fact is going to exist, I think it's 104 conditional relevance under the evidence rules. Okay? That once I then establish that fact, then I can link your opinion to it that you've already given. Okay?
And it's also part of your game plan to confuse us and plant doubt, right?
Only if that was my game plan. Okay? Maybe if that was my game plan. But it can be used for exactly that. Because then later on, if I can establish that fact, I've also established the fact that you don't know it. So I've got you on a double whammy. I've got your opinion, and I've got the fact you didn't know it. If that were the case, I would be surprised. Okay?
Is that the correct answer?
Well, that depends on what the fact is. Okay?
Okay. So you're really answering as to whether or not you'd be surprised.
Right.
You're not answering as to whether or not that's really true. You're answering whether or not you'd be surprised.
Absolutely.
And that's
I would
a yes
be surprised.
or no answer.
There you go. I'd be surprised to learn that.
That's why I said that's part of their game plan, because that's what they do, is try to confuse us.
Okay.
We don't really know what they're asking.
And then the follow-up question is, would that make a difference in your opinion if it were true? Now you've got now that's the tough question.
Yeah.
Depending on what the fact is. Okay?
Why do you guys have to scream?
Don't have to. I don't
Is
have
there
to.
something I can say that I don't appreciate that, or no? I have to.
Nope, you just have to take it.
Well, normally the judge won't allow
Yeah,
it.
the judge will take care of that if it's too much.
No.
I was in court on a custody thing as a school counselor, and I still remember this lady. She was like 6 foot, flaming red hair, cowboy boots, and she jumped on me like character assassination. And I answered a question. I looked at the judge and I went like this, and
So did I.
and the judge actually told me to go out in the hall and he talked to everybody because it was getting really bad. And the lawyer came out and said, "Well, you're not going back in." I said, "What happened?" He said, "The judge said everybody's going to counseling for 6 months. They're all messed up." But I was getting slammed, and I was just saying, "Yeah, I met with the grandparents. Here's the date, you know, and they want to know how he's doing academically." And she, wow, it was like a blow, you know. And I looked at the judge and just put my hands like this.
It's just one of those things where, you know, you get somebody's rogue or somebody who's the attorney who gets too passionate about what they're doing and gets too into it. But, you know, you also have to understand that sometimes when I ask you questions, okay, it's based on what I know.
Right.
And what do I know?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, she didn't know anything.
Okay? I know what you guys know. You guys don't know anything. Okay? These people that we're dealing with, they're not exactly in our social circle. Okay? And so everything you're learning from somebody, okay, who has a reason to deceive you. Okay? That's why you're here. CPS wants to accomplish what CPS wants to accomplish based on what they have learned at that point. Okay? And that's usually off with their heads. Okay?
So it'd probably be a good idea when there's a trial coming up for CASA workers to go and witness it.
Go watch it. Okay? That's the best thing to do is watch. Okay, you can pretty much walk into any courtroom, okay, and watch how somebody gets treated. And see how the one side treats the witness better than the other side because it's, you know, kind of their witness. Okay? But when you do that, you know, just get used to it. Watching TV and movies is not going to help because it's not the full experience. Okay? Because it's usually chopped up. Okay? What other questions?
Has anyone taken a fifth?
Absolutely.
A CASA would.
I don't know. I wasn't there that day, but I don't know. Somebody might have once. Okay. But you have to, once you take the fifth, you're done. Especially if you do this, you're done. Okay. But we have clients that take the fifth all the time. We have clients that the judge doesn't necessarily make them testify because he knows that that's what they're going to do.